Netanyahu soundly defeats chief rival in Israeli elections. After a bruising campaign focused on his failings, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel won a clear victory in Tuesday's elections and seemed all but certain to form a new government and serve a fourth term, though he offended many voters and alienated allies in the process. With 99.5% of the ballots counted, the news site reported Wednesday morning that Mr. Netanyahu's Likud party had captured 29 or 30 of the 120 seats in parliament, sweeping past his chief rival, the center-left Zionist Union alliance, which got 24 seats. Mr. Netanyahu and his allies had seized on earlier exit polls that showed a slimmer Likud lead to create an aura of inevitability, and celebrated with singing and dancing. While his opponents vowed to fight, Israeli political analysts agreed even before most of the ballots were counted that he had the advantage, with more seats having gone to the right-leaning parties likely to support him. It was a stunning turnabout from the last pre-election polls published Friday, which showed the Zionist Union, led by Isaac Herzog, with a 4 or 5 seat lead and building momentum, and the Likud polling close to 20 seats. To bridge the gap, Mr. Netanyahu embarked on a last-minute scorched earth campaign, promising that no Palestinian state would be established as long as he remained in office, and insulting Arab citizens. Based on the results reported on YNet, Mr. Netanyahu could form a narrow coalition of nationalist and religious parties free of the ideological divisions that stymied his last government. That was what he intended when he called early elections in December. President Reuven Rivlin, who in coming days must charge Mr. Netanyahu or Mr. Herzog with trying to forge a coalition based on his poll of party leaders' preferences, said shortly after the polls closed that he would suggest they join forces instead. "I am convinced that only a unity government can prevent the rapid disintegration of Israel's democracy and new elections in the near future," he told the Israeli newspaper Haaretz. Both camps rejected that option publicly, saying the gaps between their worldviews were too large. Mr. Netanyahu and Mr. Herzog started working the phones immediately after the polls closed, calling party heads to begin the horse trading and deal-making in hopes of lining up a majority of lawmakers behind them. The biggest prize may be Moshe Cohen, a popular former Likud minister who broke away, in part out of frustration with Mr. Netanyahu, to form Kalanu, which focused on pocketbook issues. Mr. Cohen leans to the right but has issues with the Prime Minister, and he said Tuesday night that he would not reveal his recommendation until the final results were tallied. Kalanu, Hebrew for all of us, won 10 seats, according to the tally YNet reported Wednesday based on 99.5% of ballots counted. That is enough to put either side's basic ideological alliance over the magic number of 61 if they also win the backing of two ultra-Orthodox parties that won a total of 14 seats.